myself Dr. M. Vinayak, working as assistant professor from the Department of Agriculture Engineering, Aditya University. Up to last class, we have discussed the different types of threshers, threshing mechanisms, as well we have discussed the threshing drums and chaff cutters. Today's class, we can discuss the combine harvesters. These are the learning outcomes of the today's class. So this one is a new unit. We have covered the 4 units. This one is the 5th unit. Particularly today's class, these are the learning outcomes. Define the combine harvesters and types of combine harvesters. So let us look on to the list of contents of the 5th unit. Combine harvesters and terminology, losses and troubleshooting. So we need to study the combine harvesters, different terminologies related to the combine harvesters. So losses regarding the combine harvesters and troubleshooting. So troubleshooting as well remedies. Study of root crop harvester, potato and groundnut crops. Next one, we can study the cotton harvesting mechanisms and cotton picker and stripper. Can study the cotton stripper and picker differences also, and we can study the vegetable and fruit harvesting equipment tools. So let us move on to the combine harvester initially. So combine harvester. The combine harvester consists entire 3 operations like harvesting, threshing and winnowing. 3 operations can be carried out in a single pass, that is called as a combine harvester. So it is a machine which harvests the grain crop by compressing the 3 separate operations activities of harvesting. So this harvesting can involve threshing as well as winnowing also. So harvesting, threshing and winnowing will be carried out in a single equipment. So these 3 operations are combined to form a single pass in the combine harvester. These 3 operations can be completed by using the single pass of the combine harvester. Okay, let us look on to the next slide. We can study the advantages of the combine harvester. First one is saving the harvesting time and threshing cost and decrease the labor. So suppose in traditional method of harvesting, almost 200 to 300 labors was required to harvest the 1 hectare of land area. So that is 200 to 300 labors was required to cover the 1 hectare of land area. Okay, whereas coming to the cost also, so almost per person we can take the 300 rupees, almost 9,000 to 12,000 rupees was required to harvest the 1 hectare of grain area. So whereas the threshing operation also involved same amount of cost, that is 8,000 we can take, almost 20,000 rupees was required to harvest the 1 hectare of land area. So that will be reduces by operating with the combine harvester. So it is elimination of the hired help. So the farmer can eliminate the hiring help. The earlier clearing of the field for tillage operation. So for manual harvesting methods, it was almost take the 10 to 15 days to complete this process, like harvesting, threshing and winnowing. It will take 15 days to complete these 3 processes, whereas combine harvester, so within a 1 day can complete entire these 3 operations, so that the farmer maybe go to the next field operations like tillage. Next one is distribution of the straw on the field. Okay, distribution of the straw throughout the field, it is possible through only combine harvester. So it is just like disadvantage as well advantage to the field level. Why? Because of if we can spread the chaff material throughout the field, it will act as a nutrient to the soil materials. Next one is the earlier marketing of the crop. If the market season is very good, in that situation we can harvest the crop, we can send to the market at the right time and can get the more profitability to the farmer. So some of the disadvantage also we can look on it. Large investment is necessary. So almost 50 lakhs to 60 lakh rupees was required to purchase one combine harvester. That is the initial investment of the farmer. That is, a small and marginal farmer cannot bear that much of amount. Large amount of power is required. To operate the combine harvester, almost 80 to 100 HP tractor was required. So that is a large amount of power. So next one is the greater likelihood of the grain being damaged with greater risk to crop from stone and hail. Okay, so if the field contain the stones as well as hail, so in that situation we cannot operate the combine harvester easily. Okay, if the field was uneven condition, in that situation we cannot operate the combine harvester effectively. Let us look on to the next slide. So here we can see the different types of combine harvesters. Okay, so this one is a self-propelled combine harvester. This one is a grain combine harvester. This one is a maize combine harvester. These are the self-propelled combine harvesters. So in upcoming slide we can discuss in detail regarding the parts, okay, mechanisms of the combine harvesters. Let us move on to the next slide. This one is a PTO operated type or mount type combine harvester. So suppose this one is a tractor. In this tractor, the front part was harvesting mechanism was inbuilt. In rear part was threshing and winnowing mechanism was inbuilt. This one is a conveyor. After harvesting the crop here, so by using the conveyors, you can send the crop towards the threshing unit. This one is a tractor PTO operated. This one is a mounted type combine harvester. In the next slide, we can discuss the according to the type of movement. Here two types are there, wheel type and cravel type. This one is a wheel type combine harvester. So here we can provide the wheels of this combine harvester. This one is a cravel type combine harvester. In the place of wheels, we can provide the endless belt bottom of this combine harvester for motion purpose. Here the motion can get through wheels. Here the motion can get through endless cravel belt. It will be used as a stainless steel or some of the ribbed belts also they can use. This one is a stainless steel. So this belt may be either stainless steel or ribbed belts. So here main difference of the type of movement. First one is the wheel type, second one is a craveler type. The wheel type weight is very more weight compared to the cravel type. The cravel type combine harvester was very less in weight compared to the wheel type. So if the field contains high amount of mud in this presence of the field, we cannot easily operate by using the wheel type combine harvester. So it is best suitable for cravel type combine harvesters. Okay. So in the cravel type combine harvester, we need to, for transportation purpose from one place to another place, we need to hire the one more transport vehicle for traveling purpose in cravel type combine harvester. Whereas wheel type, we can easily transport from one place to another place by using the wheels. Whereas there is no wheels here, so that we can go through the some other hiring vehicle. Okay. Next coming on self-propelled combine harvester. The self-propelled combine harvester obtain the size of the 6 to 22 feet. Okay. The size of the cutter bar is 6 to, this one is a cutter bar. The size of this cutter bar is 6 to 22 feet. Operating speed in a field 2 to 4 km per hour. So the recommended speed is 2.5 km per hour in field condition. So whereas we can go for the on-road transportation, we can increase the speed up to 25 km per hour. So this one is a field condition speed, this one is a on-road condition transportation condition speed. Okay. So next look on to the next slide. So here we can see the different components in combine harvester. So here this one is a cutter bar. Just now I have told the length of the cutter bar is 16 to 22 feet. So here feeder, driver cabin, threshing and grain tank, engine, straw walkers, next straw chopper and spreader, sieves and fans. So I will explain the each and every component present here. So first initially how we can combine harvester will work, I will explain. So this one is a plant material, this one is a reel. The reel can guide the crop towards the cutter bar. So here the cutting operation will be carried out. Here after cutting operation, here the crop material will travel towards the threshing chamber. Here threshing chamber will be provided. By using the feeder roller, we can travel the harvested crop material will be travel from cutter bar to threshing chamber. So here cutter bar function is to harvest the crop and feeder function is to convey the crop from cutter bar section to threshing chamber. So here the threshing chamber function is to separate the grain from the crop material. So here the threshing operation will be carried out. After threshing operation, what will be happened? So here the set of sieves was arranged. This one is the first set of sieves. This one is the second set of sieves. After threshing mechanism, the entire grain particle was fall on the set of sieves. So here what will be happened? So here the grain will be separated from the chaff material in stage 1 and stage 2. So the bottom of the combine harvester, they can provide the blower or fan. By using the blower, you can remove the unwanted dust particle from grains. Okay. So after that grain elevator is there. This one is a grain elevator. By using this grain elevator, we convey the collected seeds, grains from this place to and this place. So here the function of the sieves was separate the chaff material from the grains and straw chopper and spreader. Some of the manufacturers, they can provide the straw chopper and rear side of the combine harvester. So it will, main function of the straw chopper is it will cut the chaff material into small pieces and spread over the field. So here we can see the spreading of chaff material on the field. So these are the straw walkers, can convey the straw material towards the ground surface. Okay, in upcoming slides we can discuss in detail regarding to combine harvester. Let us move on to the next slide. So here we can see the different colors of this crop material moving conditions like. So here the red color indicate crop material was entered to the threshing chamber. So just now I have explained, this one is a reel. Reel can guide the crop towards the cutter bar. Here the cutter bar cutting operation will be carried out. So here by using the feeder roller and conveyor can convey the harvester crop towards the threshing chamber, right. So here the threshing operation was carried out, separation of grain from the chaff material. So after that both the grains and chaff was follows on the sieves. So by using the sieving mechanism we can separate the chaff from the grain. The chaff material will be fall on the ground surface, the grain will be fall on the second set of the sieves. So here blower will be provided, so it will remove the unwanted dust particle, unwanted chaff material from this grain. By using the grain elevator we can transport the grain from bottom to top grain tank. So here red color indicate crop material. So this crop will contain grain as well as chaff, and this green color indicate straw. This one is a chaff or straw. This yellow color indicates the grain. So next move on to the next slide. Here also we have one more image regarding to the functions of the grain. So here look on this. First one is a standing crop. By using the reel, the standing crop will guide towards the cutter bar. Third one is a cutter bar. Here the cutting operation will be carried out. So fourth one is a conveyor. After harvesting, this harvested material was conveyed towards the threshing drum. Fifth one is a threshing drum. Here separation of the chaff from the grain will be carried out. And sixth one is the sieves. A set of sieves was provided bottom side of the threshing chamber. So here the separation was carried out from the grain to chaff material. And seventh one is a straw walkers. The main function of the straw walker, it can deliver the chaff material towards the ground surface. And eighth one is a unloader. Some of the combine harvester, the unloader also provided to collect the grain and unload to the separate wagon. Next one is a ninth one, straw spreader. This one is a straw spreader. So the main function of straw spreader is to cut the chaff material into small pieces and spread throughout the field. Next, look on to the next slide. So this one is a process diagram of this combine harvester. Just now I have explained what the functions carried out the combine harvester. In the header section, gathering and cutting will be carried out. So in feeder house, after harvesting the crop material, it will convey to the threshing by using the conveyor house. So here cylinder or rotor will be there. It will separate the grain from the chaff. So both can be followed throughout the separate mechanism. So in this separate, straw will be separated. After that, chaff material will be separated. So here we can collect the clean grain. If any unclean grain or any chaff material contain the grains will be happen in this situation, we can go move on to the threshing operation. So after that, clean grain can be conveyed to the grain tank. After that, unloading. So next, look on to the next slide. Before operating the combine harvester, we need to check some parameter. First one is the field condition. So suppose we can take the wheel type combine harvester. The weight of the wheel type combine harvester is very more compared to the gravel type combine harvester. If we can operate the muddy fields or clay soils by using the wheel type combine harvester, so that what will be happen, the entire mission will be stuck on the mud. Whereas best we need to choose the what type of soil we are operating, condition of the soil present during the harvesting, as well type of machine we are using, either wheel type or either gravel type. Okay. So next one is a crop condition. So either crop was maturity stage carried out or not, we need to decide. Next one is the moisture content. Generally 15 to 17% of moisture content need to there at the time of harvesting. So it should to maintain that amount of moisture. Next, height of cutting. So generally from ground surface 8 to 10 centimeter need to harvest above ground surface. Most of the field crops need to maintain 8 to 10 centimeter harvesting height from the ground surface. So first one, field condition, crop condition, moisture content and height of content. These are the different parameters we need to consider at the time of before operating the harvesting. So this one is the summary of the today's class. First one is the importance of harvesting and classification of the harvesting, and before operating the combine harvester we need to choose the different parameters. Thank you.